Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, Pagoda Garden Centre is on the left-hand side. That's where this car is going. And on the right-hand side is the Paphos Mall. If you go straight over this roundabout, you go down to the Paphos Harbour. But we're not going that way. No, we are going to go right. And we're going to head out towards Kissonerga. Why are we going to Kissonerga, I hear you ask? Well, rumour has it that the most famous and most popular beach bar is in downtown Kissonerga, and that beach bar is called the CU Beach Bar. So don't click off just yet. We're going to transcend along Tomb of the Kings Avenue into Chloraka along the coastal road, which takes you all the way out to Paphos. But we're going to the CU Beach Bar. It'll be closed, but I promise you, you're going to get a great view out into the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. This is Tomb of the Kings Avenue, and there's lots of bars, restaurants, and pretty much anything that you can think of. Come on, Gumbaru. You haven't got a Sherman tank, you're in a Nissan Note and you're about to clip its rear end. If I was you, I'd be checking out your excess on your insurance on that hire car. How do I know it's a hire car? Because it's got a red plate. Now, there is confusion on red plates, by the way, because normally when you see a red plate, it means it's a hire car. But also now in Paphos, you can have a lease car, and that would be showing a red plate as well. But normally, the people that are having lease cars are driving around in Porsches and big Mercedes and Lamborghinis. So normally, you know that it's probably not a hire car. Anyway, here we are, stuck in gridlock traffic on Tomb of the Kings Avenue on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. We're at that funny time of year, aren't we, between New Year and Christmas. New Year's coming licking very soon indeed. We hope everyone has had a fabulous Christmas, and we wish you all a very happy New Year indeed. Now, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for updates in and around Paphos with Mr. Paul. And if you're curious, by hitting the thumbs up button and hitting the subscribe button, it doesn't cost you a single penny. All it does is promotes the channel a little bit more in the algorithm on YouTube, and of course it tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and therefore they may recommend us to more like-minded people like yourselves. But if you do want to make a small contribution to the channel to keep us driving around and dancing and prancing in and around Paphos, especially for you, let's get round this lorry. You never know, you might have something falling down the back on us, and that wouldn't be nice. Anyway, as I was saying, if you'd like to keep the channel afloat, keep us driving around making special videos for you, the way you do it is very simple indeed. Google these magic words: buy me a coffee, Marika and me, and up will pop our landing page. You can read that little bit more about us and understand all the madness that goes on in our minds. You can also choose to read some of the comments and some of the replies, and we thank you very much indeed for taking the trouble to click through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and that's how you gift us that virtual coffee or two. And of course we thank each and every one that does. If your name's Sir Richard, there's a beauty in your life called Lady Julie Nash, and of course a Viscount of a son, my little mate who's not that little, and of course that's Leo. We thank you very much indeed for those coffees. And of course, if your name's Nora and there's an Albert in your life from downtown Hungary, well, we're looking forward to seeing you very soon indeed, and we appreciate and thank you very much for that coffee. And of course all the other superstars that have given us a coffee over Christmas, we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. And of course there's many superstars out there who've taken the trouble to join us as a superstar member at only €10 a month on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and we thank you very much indeed. Some of those superstars, well, if your name's Kerry with an I on the end of it, and you've got a man with a velvet tongue, that's Sir Graham, we thank you very much. And of course Lady Rachel, the Cheshire Cat grinning man, Sir Jason from downtown York, we thank you very much indeed. And of course the girl who's in charge of the show, our #1 day man in downtown Hartlepool, we thank you very much indeed, and we're wishing you a very happy New Year indeed. And of course, I'd like to do a big shout out to a superstar, a legend on the channel, our very #1 in downtown Manchester. If your name is Viscount Paul Butler and there's a girl in your life called Lady Bev, we're wishing you a very happy new year indeed. We're slowly but surely exiting the Tomb of the Kings area. On the left hand side now is the Venus Beach Hotel. That's a 5-star luxury hotel resort that sits on the cusp of the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And if you want to pop and get a bottle of brandy, across the road is Lidl. So there you go. You can sit on your balcony after hours at the bar and have a tot or two. There we are. Who am I talking about? That could be Lord Nigel of the big guns, because he likes to sit on his balcony when he's in town at the Alexander the Great with his lady, oh so sweet Caroline, and they like to have a tot or two while they look out across the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Stick with us. Downtown Chloraka is coming up, and we're going to keep on going because we're going to Kissonerga. Now, there's another reason we're going to Kissonerga, by the way, because just before you get to the CU Beach Bar, there is a rather good kiosk, and that kiosk is called the Bayside Kiosk, and that's owned by a Gumbaru of mine. Gumbaru means friend, by the way. Well, it means best man. That's what it actually means. And he owns that place, and he has a very good stock of cigars. In fact, one of the best stockists in the whole of Paphos. So we're not just going to the CU Beach Bar, we're going to go to the Bayside Kiosk and stock up with cigars, because I know that New Year is coming and I'm going to need to tonk on a Romeo and Juliet, especially for Sir Martin, Lady Victoria, oh yeah, and of course there's another chappie out there in downtown Dublin. If your name's Derek Scully, I hope you're cooking up something special for your LaBouffe on New Year's Eve. And of course, there's a man who likes to do a little bit of la-di-da in downtown Southend. Big shout out to Sir Bernie, and of course his beauty, Lady Jan. And a big shout out to some superstars who were in Paphos not that long ago, and he does like to make a comment or two. If your name is Sir David Potter and there's a Lady Angie in your life, we're wishing you a very happy new year indeed. And one thing's for sure, the weather in downtown Paphos is simply amazing. The temperature, if you are curious to know, is 20.5 degrees outside, and it's now gone 2 o'clock, so that's the peak temperature today, around about 20 to 21 degrees. But that's not bad for a couple of days before the new year, is it? I bet you wish you were on a big bird or a canoe and paddling like crazy. I tell you what, Norma and Albert, all the way from Hungary, they're doing just that as we speak, and they're going to get a great holiday in downtown Paphos, that's for sure. What's the price of benzene these days? Let's have a look. 146.8. That's not too bad, is it? It's coming down slowly. So don't forget to hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform and perhaps gift us that coffee or two to keep us driving around, especially for you. What's coming up next? Well, if your name's Baron John and there's a girl who likes a bit of cheese in your life, Baroness Louise, there is the Cafe Me coffee shop, one of the best coffee shops, and it's themed around an old London bus. Wow, absolutely spectacular. Who would have thought you could get that Americano or that hot latte on an old London bus in downtown Kissonerga? Well, Chloraka. If you take a left there, by the way, you go to the St. George Hotel. So if you're watching and your name is Surfboy Kid Sir Jim, that must mean there's a smile coming to the face of your beauty. Who am I talking about? Oh yeah, Lady Paula Marie. A very happy new year to you guys. And we're looking forward to seeing you again very soon in downtown Paphos. The Barakas Lounge Bar, that's on the left hand side. That's a great place to go and get a latte or perhaps a sup on a pint or two as you feast your eyes and digest the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Not long to go, so don't click off just yet. A few more twists and a few more turns and we'll be in downtown Kissonerga. We'll go a bit off-road and you'll get a great view across that blueness out into the abyss of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And of course we will be arriving at the CU Beach Bar, so don't forget to come back for the next little episode, because Mr. Paul, oh yes Lady Ali, Sir Neil, Sir Brian, and of course Lord Mike, I'll be going for a dismount and showing you some of the views that you might get when you're sitting in the CU Beach Bar. And it is the busiest beach bar in the whole of Paphos. All the way from spring till late autumn, that car park is filled to the brim, because a lot of people know the service is good, the food is good, and on top of all of that, the view is simply spectacular. So stick with us. And one thing's for sure, the weather, isn't it? It's absolutely spectacular. You know, if you're watching from in downtown Krakow, perhaps if your name's Lady Anna, my superstar, Dr. Tomas, you've got to admit the weather in Paphos is simply spectacular. Now I understand that Sir Bart, he'll be spinning all four wheels on his Audi Quattro in the snow in downtown Krakow. But don't worry, if he gets an infringement, I'm pretty sure that the greatest lawyer in the world, Lady Anna, my superstar, will get him off. And of course, very, very soon indeed, well, not that soon, but in a few years' time, he'll be the best lawyer in the whole Poland and possibly in the world. And he'll be taking care of all of the legalities on the little channel known as Marika and me. Now, not far to go, just over this brow, and then we'll drop down to the Kissonerga crossroads, and then the Bayside kiosk will be on the left. I'll give that a miss for a moment or so, and we'll pop into the car park by the CU Beach Bar. Who likes the CU Beach Bar? I'll tell you who likes it. Sir Daniel. Yes, and one of these days he'll be bringing his beauty, that's Lady Sherry Wright. Of course, she's always right, and they'll be coming to Paphos hopefully sometime in 2024, and we'll be chuchki dancing down the downtown Paphos promenade and having a great time indeed. And you never know, we might get to do a remake of that little video, Sir Daniel, that unfortunately got copyright stricken in our very early days. Here we go, Kissonerga Crossroads is coming up, the Bayside kiosk is coming up on the left, so if you want a Romeo and Juliet or some other kind of cigar, that could be the place for you. But we're now going to go straight past it, and we're going to go off-roading a little bit into the car park of the CU Beach Bar. That's what's nestled behind these palm trees, and it is waiting especially for you. There we are, off-roading, and we're going to take you and show you a spectacality of a view indeed. Imagine sitting in this beach bar as you feast your eyes and digest the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't think that it can get much better than that. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon indeed.